Can you guys see that? This guy out of the way. Okay. All right. So far, October recognition. Yay! Success Club, we have Cheryl at 2, Sammy at 2, Sarah at 2. Top recruiters, Sammy got 1, I got 1. Top producers, volume, me at 1482, Sammy at 562, Cheryl at 468, and Anna at 375. And then we have 2 new coaches, and I really hope I don't butcher your name. Shakita, please hop on and tell me if I am pronouncing that wrong.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, good. So, welcome Shakita, welcome Jonathan. We are so happy to have you. All right, so okay. Upcoming events. 30-day breakaway launch was yesterday. I put that in just because it's such a huge thing for our business. I am still talking about the money pot group because they can still start up until what, like the 31st with that group. They just have to have their 5K done by November 30th. So they could still start November 1st and win money for that group. So I'm still talking about that. I'm still signing them up as coaches or, you know, like a VIP member so they could get in that group and participate. So that being said, I would definitely run with that. Or if they don't want the VIP membership, then just do the customer way. That's totally fine. Add them to our normal October group. Or I think, Sammy, you're doing your own 30-day breakaway.
Yeah.
So again, add them anywhere, right? Just if they're a week behind, doesn't matter. Or 2 weeks, doesn't matter. It's an awesome program. I think all of us are doing it, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Our new coach mentorship starts next Monday. So Shakita, I will get you in that. Sam, if you have new coaches that you want to pop in there too, I will add you to that so you can. Or anybody else that wants to. So Beachbody does a super weekend quarterly. Unfortunately, since March, it's been virtual. Usually it comes together as regions, and they're awesome. They're really super fun. So hopefully after this one, it won't be virtual anymore. So depending on your region, your area, you will get more information in your back office. It's messages from corporate. They talk about upcoming launches. I'm sure they'll talk a lot about 9-week Control Freak coming out. That'll be huge in December, January. Whatever else they're launching up in the upcoming in 2021 in the beginning. There's normally a workout. Super trainers will visit different random super weekends. So that's really cool to be able to work out with them in a much smaller space than say like the yearly conference. So keep your eyes peeled for that. This is basically all it said was November 6th through the 8th in the back office. More details will come. Okay, so our November challenge group in the app, the prep week will kick off November 2nd. And then it'll officially kick off November 9th. So I'll kind of do the dual posts again, where the people that are already in there will continue to get their inspiration, and then the people who are just starting will also see the prep week post, and then we'll officially kick off on the 9th. Last week's to qualify, I put this in because we're talking about reverse engineering goals. And the way Beachbody does it, so if you hit diamond, you're a diamond coach, but you're supposed to hold it for 6 weeks. So in order to qualify and be a lifetime diamond, you have to hold that. And to be considered a lifetime diamond in 2020, you'd have to hit it by November 25th and hold it to December 30th. So I just wanted to throw it out there. But if you don't hit it by then, not a big deal. Like, you just have to hold it for any 6 weeks. and then you're a lifetime diamond. All right, so reverse engineering is such a huge thing for me. I love it. I get really passionate about it, because you can have all these really big dreams, and then when it just gets overwhelming, you're like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna figure this out? How am I gonna achieve this? I have all this other stuff going on, and we can just get caught up with everything else and kind of push it to the side. So I love doing it because it really gives you like, okay, what do I have to do this week, this month, and down to like the day. And that way then you don't have the excuse that you don't have time, and you sorry, my daughter's getting in the shower, that scared me. And you can really get that big thing done and make it attainable. So I'm sure you guys have all heard of SMART goals. They are specific, they are measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So if you set, and I'm gonna relate this all to Beachbody and basically a diamond rank, because that's what everybody should be pushing for, if you are a business builder. So give yourself a time frame, and I don't want you to overwhelm yourself or stress yourself out or think this is hard. Like, you just do the things and it will happen. But if you give yourself a time, like, okay, we're going to say the end of the year. I want to be diamond by December 31st. So doable. We literally have 10 weeks from this Thursday till the end of the year in Beachbody Week. And that gives you something to work towards. And it's how you can reverse engineer and say, okay, I need to do this in order to hit this goal by then. Diamond is definitely attainable. It's relevant to your business. Both of you are business builders. It's specific. You can measure your progress. Even if you don't hit it, you're going to be so much closer to it than had you not like figured out what you need to do. All right. So diamond is super, super simple. It's nothing complicated. It is, and if this looks, I know this might be new to some of you as well, but just go with me on this. It will all make sense after, especially after our new coach training. But diamond is like you're opening your business, basically. Like that's when you start seeing more income. As you can see, like you earn $18 a cycle, up to $2,000 per week, just for having a team with you, right? So that can be very, very helpful to most of us, right? What could you do with an extra $2,000 a week? So you have a left leg and a right leg. And what you're doing is you have 4 coaches on each leg, an emerald on each side, which is them just signing up their own 2 coaches. So it's 8 to 10 coaches, basically. Or I should say 8 to 12 coaches. Totally messed that one up. But hopefully you have working emeralds, right? Okay, so I don't want you to focus on too much, just I wanted to give you guys an idea of what it actually is if you haven't seen it before. Okay, so like I said, there are 10 weeks left in our Beachbody year, basically. Statistically, 1 in 13 to 15 invites will sign up. That's just kind of what I have learned since I've been coaching, what I have seen in my own business. Now, that doesn't mean they're signing up the first time you invite them. That means the seed is planted and they will sign up eventually. It might be a little closer to 10, but I'm trying to be conservative here and say 13 to 15. All right, and I should have put 8 to 12 coaches, not 8 to 10 coaches. So if you're doing 5 power hours a week, so if you're building your business 5 days a week, that's 50 power hours left in 2020, based on the 5 days a week. If you need 150 invites to recruit 8 to 10 coaches, that's 30 invites a week, which if you break that into 5 power hours, it's 6 business invites a day or per power hour. So it's totally, totally doable, right? Like when you break it down like that, diamond does not seem so scary or Like, I can't recruit 8 coaches. I've only recruited 1, or you know what I mean, or 2 or 3 or whatever it is. But you're like, oh, but I can send 6 invites a day. That's doable. It'll take you 5 minutes, right? So when you take the scariness out of it, and that can, you can do this with any goal, um, whether it's Beachbody or anything else. You can do it with your workouts, you can do it with anything. Move this so I can actually see. Okay, so it's not just the business invites though. I want you to keep that in mind. Like, it is everything else. Not everything else. It's everything has its part. Like, if you're not consistent with all of the things in the Power Hour, you're not going to see growth. Like, you need to be checking off that list 5 days a week. And consistently. Like, you can't show up 2 days out of the month and expect the following month to be a diamond, right? You can't, people aren't going to put their trust in you that way. So when they see you showing up consistently, that's when they're going to come back to you, when they're ready, if they weren't when you invited them. Inviting publicly and behind the scenes. So what does that mean? Like, inviting publicly is doing call to actions, sharing your journey on social media. Like, letting people know they can join you. They're just not seeing you with a sweaty selfie or a healthy meal. They know that they can join you. So make sure that that's on your social media. But don't overdo it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to spam them with just that. You need to have your own stuff in there. But you also, people are very scared to put stuff out there like that. So, like, once a week, throw out a call to action, whether it's for a challenge group or for the business, or one of each week. And the rest of it should just be sharing value and such. All right, so, and the behind the scenes, you have to send personal invites. Like, you have to message people that you're building relationships with. If they're liking your post, watching your stories, they know what you're doing, right? So don't be scared to invite them. Like, and don't make the decision for them. You really, like, that can be, I don't think that person would like this, so I'm not going to ask. Don't make that decision. Like, just let them make the decision. The people you would not expect will surprise you for sure. So stories, showing up in your own journey in health and business. So, we got a waiting room. Woo-hoo. So show up, like, in your stories, you can be much more blunt. You can be much more, like, in your face. Share your daily routine, put your sweaty selfie in every workout. Show your Shakeology. Share what's working for you, right? Shout out other people, because people are watching. But also put family in, put your daily life in, put all those things. Like, put your niche interests in there as well. Tara, actually, I'm going to share it in our team page as well. But Tara posted a great graphic this evening, going all over, like, all these different areas to share in your stories, so you don't run out of ideas. It's definitely important. People don't want to see just Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. They want to get to know you, and that's why they're signing up. Make sure you're sharing value. Like, people are coming back because they get to know you. Maybe they think you're funny. They love your dog. They love to see your kids, like, et cetera, et cetera. But make sure you're sharing value as well, so they're getting something out of it. Whether it's a healthy recipe, whether it's a tip that you found, something that works for you. It doesn't even have to be related to anything health. Just, I made this DIY project, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, whatever you're into. And I spelled that wrong. It's supposed to be BU, not being. I was going on a whole sentence there. Be you. Like, I can't say that enough. Be yourself. Be authentic. That's what I was writing. Never mind. That doesn't make sense either. Anyway, be authentically you. Don't try to emulate a top coach or something like that. It's going to come through as fake. And people are going to realize that that's not really who you are, especially if they're watching you in your stories and you're talking, but then your posts sound totally different. Like, just be you. That's what people are going to be attracted to. You're going to find your tribe who vibes with you, who you have stuff in common with, and that's who you want to work with. You don't want to attract the people that you have nothing in common with because they have something in common with somebody else that you're thinking is who you want to be like. So just please put yourself out there, have fun with it, laugh at yourself, especially with all the silliness that we have on social media now, with like the reels. It can be so fun. Like Sam, you knock that out of the park. I love yours. What's it called? TikTok, super fun. Like you can use all those things. Make it interesting, make it silly. Just this day and age, like people need to laugh. So if you can bring laughter and smiles to people, do it. And I feel like a complete butthead sometimes, but I'm like, whatever. And my daughter's like, oh, mom, that's so cringy. And I'm like, I don't care. Doing it anyway. So that's that. But anyway, okay, so hitting diamond. Don't overcomplicate it. It is literally just going emerald, which is 2 coaches, over and over and over. And that's what you do when I think about forever. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to hit diamond and that's it. That's what you want to do throughout your business. I make it a goal to try to hit hit emerald once a week or once bi-weekly. That way I'm continuously adding to my team. That's my goal. And you know, if you start to work on your spouse or your mom or whoever, if you want to sign up in another account, you can make them emerald and then them diamond, and it just over and over and over. So don't overcomplicate it. Okay, and last but not least, believe in yourself. Please, please, please speak belief into yourself. Do your personal development. Read something that inspires you. I just finished reading You Are a Badass, and it's awesome. So if you need that confidence or that belief builder, that's a great book. But if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to hit your goals. You're not going to see change. You're not going to see growth. You have to be the first one to say, if she can do it, I can do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it by such and such a date. So I believe in you, but you have to believe in you too. All right, before I get to there, any questions so far? Hi, Anna. All right, well, I hope that was helpful and you got some value from it. Okay, so I wanted to ask because, and I can actually stop sharing at this point. We're not pairing up with Megan and Brittany. Megan's not doing calls anymore. You know how we were kind of doing every other week with her. So she's not doing them at all. She's just having people come into her team page live from now on. So I want to know anyway, but what are topics that you would like to hear spoken about? So I can kind of either get speakers, do presentations, that kind of stuff.
Hashtags.
Okay.
As far as like building reach, right? Like it's so hard to know how to use them as a marketing tool.
So would you even go farther to say like expanding on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very ever-changing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I put something up and I'm like, fit mom, fit mamas. I don't know, home workout.
Right. I know from just what I've learned about them is you don't want a hashtag that has over like 100,000 followers, but
Yeah.
you don't want anything that has less than 10,000 followers. So you want the like sweet spot. It used to be use all 30 that you're allowed. Now I've heard use like 15 to 20. Why? I don't really know, but that's
Right.
just, but don't use necessarily health stuff. Use stuff that is more related to your outside.
Yeah.
So that's all I can tell you, but I could find somebody who can tell you more. All right, what else? Throw anything at me.
I'm just moving with you because my laptop's gonna die. So
Fine.
I gotta go plug it in the other room.
Or even ideas for topics. Like Anna's brother was a great idea.
Are you talking about like for future calls, or is this for the coach sneak peek or something?
No, for future, for our future team calls.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have like a million questions, but then I don't know. That's the thing. I can't really like think.
We'll throw them out there. Just like brain dump.
No, I
for a
mean,
second.
I'm thinking about like what's coming up and everything, like, you know, the holidays, how we can incorporate that. But the holidays are going to look different this year. So I don't really know. I don't know.
I refuse to let the holidays look different this year.
Huh?
I said I refuse to let the holidays look different this
Oh, no, they're going to be the same for me.
year.
Like, I'm not changing a goddamn thing. Sorry, that just hit a sweet spot. But I just think with other people, I don't know how they feel. I don't know. Like,